Nice to see you again, my dear friends. We continue working with the legal vocabulary that we can find in the case lodged with the European Court of Human Rights in 2012 by the Croatian national Ms. Adriana Arps. At the end of the second episode, you'll learn about the requirements to the applications lodged with the European Court of Human Rights. So let's get started. Check your pronunciation of the words and word combinations. Pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, grounds.
Once more, pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, grounds.
Repeat after the teacher. Pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, grounds.
Once more, pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, grounds.
Repeat and remember the translation. Pecuniary gain,
Матеріальна вигода.
party,
Сторона в процесі.
concealment,
Приховування.
deceive,
Навмисно вводити в оману.
deception,
Омана.
omit,
Бездіяти.
omission,
Бездія.
detriment,
Збиток або шкода.
grounds.
Підстави. Once more. Pecuniary gain.
Матеріальна вигода,
Party.
сторона в процесі,
Concealment.
приховування,
Deceive.
навмисно вводити в оману,
Deception.
омана,
Omit.
бездіяти,
Omission.
бездія,
Detriment.
збиток, шкода,
Grounds.
підстави. Give your translation of the words. Pecuniary gain,
Матеріальна вигода.
party,
Сторона в процесі.
concealment,
Приховування.
deceive,
Навмисно вводити в оману.
deception,
Омана.
omit,
Бездіяти.
omission,
Бездія.
detriment,
Збиток або шкода.
grounds.
Підстави. Once more. Pecuniary gain.
Матеріальна вигода,
Party.
сторона в процесі,
Concealment.
приховування,
Deceive.
навмисно вводити в оману,
Deception.
омана,
Omit.
бездіяти,
Omission.
бездія,
Detriment.
Збиток, шкода.
Grounds.
Підстави. Give your English translation of the words. Матеріальна вигода.
Pecuniary gain.
Сторона в процесі.
Party.
Приховування.
Concealment.
Вводити в оману.
Deceive.
Омана.
Deception.
Бездіяти.
Omit.
Бездія.
Omission.
Збиток або шкода.
Detriment.
Підстави.
Grounds. Once more. Матеріальна вигода.
Pecuniary gain.
Сторона в процесі.
Party.
Приховування.
Concealment.
Вводити в оману.
Deceive.
Омана.
Deception.
Бездіяти.
Omit.
Бездія.
Omission.
Збиток або шкода.
Detriment.
Підстави.
Grounds. So now you have 30 seconds to recall and write the words you have just learned in your notebooks. Pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, grounds. How many words have you recalled? Define the words and write the definitions in your notebooks. Party, concealment, deception, omission, detriment, grounds. And here is a motto for you. Pecuniary, consisting of, measured in, or relating to money. Now, my dear friends, find the case of ARPS against Croatia in the internet. This is application number 2344412. To give examples of words in the sentences, write the examples in your notebooks.
Pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, detriment, grounds. Now fill in the gaps in the sentences using the words from the list. Grounds, pecuniary gain, concealment, detriment, deceives, omit, deception. Now categorize the highlighted words by the parts of the speech. Produce as many parts of the speech as possible from the given words. Here is a model for you. anyone who deceives another or continues the deception of another, thereby inducing him to do or omit to do something to the detriment of his property, shall be punished by imprisonment lasting from 3 months to 3 years. Omit is a verb. Noun is omitter or omission.
In the following sentences, some words are highlighted. You should find as many parts of the speech as possible. If the perpetration of the offense referred to in paragraph 1 of this article results in significant pecuniary gain, and the perpetrator acted with intent to obtain such pecuniary gain, he shall be punished by imprisonment from 6 months to 5 years. The highlighted word is gain. An appeal shall be lodged with the first instance court in a sufficient number of copies for the court, the opposing party, and the defense counsel to reply thereto. The highlighted word is party. Anyone who, by false representation or concealment of facts, deceives another or continues the deception of another, shall be punished by imprisonment lasting from 3 months to 3 years. The highlighted words are concealment and deception. If the appeal has been lodged only in favor of the defendant, the judgment cannot be amended to his detriment. The highlighted word is detriment. And now, develop your own sentences with the words from the list and put them down in your notebooks. Pecuniary gain, party, concealment, deceive, deception, omit, omission, detriment, and grounds. The European Court of Human Rights is an international judicial body which adjudicates on cases brought to it by individuals who feel that their rights have been breached. However, not every case can be considered by the courts. If the basic requirements are not met, the case is inadmissible by the court. The next video gives the idea of which cases can be admitted by the European Court of Human Rights. So get acquainted with them and be ready to discuss it with your peers. So, my dear friends, follow the course and be confident with legal English in use.
The European Court of Human Rights is an international court which oversees compliance with the European Convention on Human Rights. At present, some 800 million people have the right to bring an application before the court. Every year, the court in Strasbourg receives over 50,000 new applications, yet about 90% of them are declared inadmissible. Why is that?
Simply because, in order to be admissible, applications must fulfill certain conditions. They can only be brought against states which have ratified the Convention. They cannot be brought against companies, individuals or states which are not members of the Council of Europe, such as the USA, for example.
The complaint must concern one or more rights which are actually protected by the Convention.
The applicant bringing a complaint against a state must be the victim of a violation of the Convention. You cannot challenge a law, for example, simply because you disagree with it.
The violation complained of has to have occurred after the date on which the Convention entered into force for the country concerned.
Before the court in Strasbourg can examine a case, applicants must take their case as far as they can in the national courts, including the highest courts. This is what we call exhausting domestic remedies.
Once the final decision has been pronounced in the domestic proceedings, the application to the court in Strasbourg must be brought within 6 months. Any later than that, and the application will be declared inadmissible. The date that counts is the date of the postmark.
Lastly, the court can reject an application if it considers that the victim has not suffered a significant disadvantage. If a single one of these conditions is not met, the court will reject the application.
Please note that the Strasbourg court cannot overturn decisions of the national courts. It is not a court of appeal.
To sum up then, for an application to the court to be admissible, it must be lodged against a state which has ratified the convention.
It must concern a right or rights covered by the convention.
The applicant must have victim status.
The application must concern events that occurred after the ratification of the convention by the state concerned.
All domestic remedies must have been exhausted.
The application must be lodged within 6 months of the final decision in the domestic proceedings.
The applicant must have suffered a significant disadvantage.